Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Shelly, and again, sorry about this terrible light situation. Hopefully I can figure something else better out in the future. But today I wanted to do another video. I wanted to do, again, a continuational series for Epilepsy Awareness Month. I look really bad today. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of doing this series on a whim and kind of whenever I feel like it, so they're not going to be planned, they're not going to be scripted or anything like that. But today I wanted to talk about the difference in the type of epilepsy that I have and the difference in the type of epilepsy that everyone assumes that I have, or the common epilepsy that is talked about either in media or the common epilepsy that is thought of when you think of epileptic seizures. So, the type of epilepsy I have, I only have seizures during the nighttime. My type of seizures are particularly called nocturnal seizures, and again, these only happen during sleep. Again, I only have them when I'm napping or during bedtime, during sleeping hours. So, no other time have I ever had a seizure, and they only happen when I'm sleeping. It only is triggered when I'm sleeping. And a big misconception is that someone with epilepsy has seizures when they see flashing lights. So the flashing light seizures is called photosensitive epilepsy, which is what I do not have. I, again, have nocturnal seizures. I guess it could be considered nocturnal epilepsy as well. But, so people who have seizures induced by lights have photosensitive epilepsy. And again, this is most commonly thought of when I tell somebody that I have epilepsy or that I have seizures now. And I am not sure how much more common one is than the other in terms of data or percentages. That's something I would have to look further into detail of, but it's, again, the brain is so complex that there are so many different types of epilepsy that people are going to have so many different things that trigger their seizures. Same thing with cancer. You can say somebody's diagnosed with cancer, but what kind of cancer do they have? Do they have breast cancer? Do they have leukemia? All different kinds, right? So, same thing with epilepsy. It's just what kind of epilepsy do you have? And again, that's kind of why I'm making these videos, is to educate people on the fact that there's not just one type of epilepsy. And again, I'm not the norm with the kind of epilepsy that I have, and that's totally okay. And that's why I want to find information on it and to help further get medical data to help fix what's going on up here. And so my next video, I might go into detail about the different types of medicines I take. I take, right now, 3 different types of pills a day, but take a lot of medicine now, and I'm not a big medicine person. And again, going into other medicines that I've taken in the past, and again, want to touch on topics like EEGs, MRIs, stuff to those measures. So, again, to elaborate more, my seizures are not triggered from flashing lights. I can tell you though, I did have a sleep study done at U of L neurology, and they tried to induce a seizure with flashing lights, and I can tell you that was one of the most terrible experiences of my life, and my sympathies goes out to those people who have these kinds of epilepsy, because it was horrible. They put a light in front of you and have different flashing patterns for about, I don't know, it felt like forever, but for a certain amount of time, and to try to induce the seizures. Of course, that's what the sleep study is all about anyway, but that's for a whole other video, and I just feel so terrible for people who have to experience that, and who can't go out to normal places or experience cinematic movies sometimes, who can't experience like Halloween, like haunted houses, because people don't think about flashing lights being such a big thing when they are. And so it's really important to think about these kinds of people in those kind of scenarios, to put warning signs or warnings before those types of videos or I was gonna say like interactions, because it can very heavily influence them, like either immediately or just at all. So just be aware of that. I just wish there was a lot less use of flashing lights in the modern day usage of like things, because now that I've been diagnosed with epilepsy, I notice a lot more. And again, it's not necessarily my diagnosis, but it's other people's, and I don't want somebody else to have to miss out on something just because somebody's adding flashing lights to something that doesn't really need it. So that's just a little bit of like my taste for the day, but I hope this was educational, and I hope that you learned a little bit something new about the difference between photosensitive, that's really hard to say, it sounds like oh my god, I'm not even gonna say it, but photosensitive epilepsy versus nocturnal seizures, because a lot of people don't know the difference, and don't know that there actually is a difference, or that there's different types of seizures. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.